What's up everybody? This is a review of both those knives. Those are budget priced hunting folding knives from Kershaw. This one right here is the Northside Hunter. 3 1/4 inch blade, 8CR13 MOV, satin finish, polished satin actually, and rubber handle scales. This one is the Black Horse 2, not Black Colt, Black Horse. The Black Colt is the smaller brother to this one, and this is actually the folding model, well I assume it is, of the Antelope and Bear Hunter series from Kershaw. You can see how those handles look like. Yeah, very nice knives, all of those. And this one you can find for $15 or less. This one for $13 or less. Absolutely fantastic prices. This one has a 440A steel blade though, not 8CR13 MOV. Let me wipe that down a little bit. Just oiled those up. I cleaned them out and oiled them up. They weren't particularly dirty, but I just do that with all my knives. It's a beautiful satin finish, really nice clip point. And what I like about these knives is that they don't feature all the stupid billboarding Kershaw tends to put on their blades. Just says 1060 China, 1060 is the model number. On the other side, Kershaw Black Horse 2. Those are both nail nick models, two-handed openers, and my carry system contains a knife that I carry on my belt in a horizontal belt sheath, additionally to my other folding knives that I have clipped to my pocket. And this one is the sheath. Both come with the exact same sheath. I'm just using the one. Maybe, you know, keep the other one in a drawer somewhere in case this one gets busted up or anything, or maybe sell it. I don't know. The great thing about this is that you can carry it horizontally, and 1.5 inch belts fit through there absolutely fantastically. This is a 1.5 inch belt. If you don't believe me, screw you. I'm banging against the camera here. 1.5 inches. You can see that right there, Dick. Okay. And let's show you the knives inside there. I carry those ones, well, tip down if you will, if you would carry them vertically. But I think when the fatter part is at the bottom, the weight distribution is just a little bit better. There's a little bit of extra space in there, but it's not flopping around or anything. It's in there securely. One of the downsides is that the Velcro, you can hear it I think, is not very strong. But it will keep the knife in there, and yeah, time will tell how the Velcro will hold up. You can, of course, you know, change it, you know, make a push button to fit this sheath. I don't know. It is quite thick. It's of a synthetic material, double lined. The inside is a little bit softer, so the knife can slide out more easily. And on the outside, it's rougher. Usually, I'm getting to these knives in just a second. Just give me a moment. Usually, I carry my secondary utility beater knives in this Buck 110 nylon sheath. Also horizontally. This one has 2 straps as opposed to, you know, one whole flap. This one is a lot sturdier. It's a lot thicker nylon, I want to say, and just higher quality nylon. But those knives don't fit in there all too well. This is very tight. and this is also very tight. These specs are just a little bit too big, and usually I carry one of my Buck 110 models. This is the Ecolite, weighs 116 grams. I'm sorry, Jesus, 116 grams. Also 3¼ inch blade. This one weighs 130 something. This one 140. So just a little bit heavier than this one. This one fits in there perfectly because it's made for that. And another buck knife that I carry lately is the BHW Bantam. You haven't seen that, have you? Also 3¾ inch blade. I just find for my extra large sized hands, I mean I wear XL sized gloves, and this is just a hand filling knife, and this one fits in there also perfectly. So let's get those out of the way. Those are competitive options, although a little bit more expensive. The Black Horse 2, I had to modify a little bit, to be honest. I scratched a little bit off right here. Those are not pretty nice. They are beater knives for me, and they come razor sharp. I'm going to show you that in just a minute. I cut off a little bit of the edges here, a little bit here, because it was a little bit too squared off. So when I had it in my hand, and this is how it looks in hand, get a really nice fist grip. And even for my extra large sized hands, the finger grooves are a little bit on a wide distance, you know. I could grip it tighter. Have to spread out my fingers a little bit, that's what I mean. And I took off the peaks of these finger choils here and just held a lighter against it to smoothen it out a little bit. It's not pretty, but it is a beater knife. Again, has a back lock, strong spring on this one, so careful. A little bit of side to side play, no up and down, and just a nice beater knife. And for 40A steel, I take it. It's a good steel, especially for that price. HCR 13 MOV is a better steel, and this knife costs $2 or $3 less than this one. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, just your choice. This one I had to modify as well. Let's open it up. The back spring is a little bit weaker. It has a spine backlock, not a true backlock on the back, you know, on the butt. And what I did with that is, you can see it right here. Those are the liners on the inside, stainless steel liners. This portion right here was a peak. And I just took off the peak, closed up the knife, and I slided another blade around that to smoothen it a little bit out, because my hands are too large to fit in that really big choil, if you want to call this a choil, this curve. My pinky was landing right on that peak, and that was very uncomfortable, so I took that off. It is much better now. And if you're wondering if you can take off those gaudy rubber scales, they actually are not too gaudy. I find they provide an excellent grip for a beater knife that gets dirty, that gets wet. You can take those scales off, yes, but the point of the knife, of the blade, will not be enclosed in the liners. So you have a peak, the tip will be exposed, and that is just not good. On this one, you might be able to take these scales off, but why would you do that? You have a backlock, super slim carry it would be without these scales, but I don't think that would work too well, because the liners have little raised parts where these screws go in, and yeah, that way they're not flush, not super exposed. And I'm gonna stop talking about that bullshit now. Okay, so this HCR 13 MOV steel, nice curved back blade, also razor sharp. just says Kershaw on this side, and on the other side 1090 KAI HCR13 MOV. And this one has just a nice grip. The jimping here, if you want to call it jimping, is raised a little bit, so you can dig your thumb in there if you want to do that. You can, and just like that blade, this is just an awesome blade. I think I spit a little bit here. Oh, that's gross. So the idea behind this curve is that you can slide it on a bone if you break open an animal. Not a hunter, just assume that's what it is. And this is also made with a gut hook. First I thought maybe getting the one with the gut hook, but the gut hook wasn't exposed all that well, you know, to use it as a seatbelt cutter in an emergency without having to open the blade. Yeah, just wasn't exposed too much. And what else do I have to say about that? Yeah, it came pretty clean. Back spring is a little bit weaker. Lock up on that one, also a little bit side to side play. Just a hair up and down, but it's a beater knife. You pay $13 for that. $13. And here you have them side by side. Your choice. What blade shape you like more. I like both, that's why I got both. I like a clip point. I like the clip point on this buck as well. This has a wider blade. They're all basically the same size, pretty much the same size. Let's show you a little bit of paper cutting. I have some paper right here. Get a good grip. Really fantastically sharp. I don't know how much this will hold up. It's 440A. If the heat treat is good, it will hold up quite a while. Really easy to resharpen. Lean behind the edge, hollow grind. And this one also very lean grind. A little bit thicker behind the edge. The secondary bevel is more noticeable. And let's show you how that one cuts. Curling up the paper. Very sharp knives. Absolutely fantastic for the price. Good sheath. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Valar Morgulis.